Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about this concept that's called the Dream 100. If you've ever heard of this guy named Chet Holmes, who has passed away now, but he wrote a book called The Ultimate Sales Machine and talks about it there. I think he's the person that kind of came up with this concept, and a lot of people talk about it now, Russell Brunson and quite a few folks. But the concept of the Dream 100 is to identify 100 people that you really want to work with. They can help you in your journey, and if you could tap into a relatively small percentage of those people, they would help you meet your goals. Now, the only way that you're going to get those folks to work with you is to help them meet their goals, right? To give first before you get back. But the concept of this, and for somebody like me that's really big on my network and maintaining contact and trying to add value, I wanted to kind of share those lessons with you. So if you're a real estate investor or you have another type of business, then this applies to you. So as a real estate investor, it could apply to, especially if you work with other wholesalers or lenders or lots of other people that can help facilitate your business. It's a little different maybe than seller leads, although you could identify your top 100 leads that would basically help you kind of crush the year ahead if you could do deals with each of those people. But the concept is pretty simple. It's to identify who those people are, and then start to kind of follow them, learn what they're into, what their interests are, and then basically build a communication plan. I know this sounds contrived, but sometimes as a business, to be consistent and communicate with people, you need to have a system and a process around how you communicate with those that are in your network. And it can't just be like, oh, when I run into somebody, I say hi and we're friends and we see each other. That's how most people operate, and that's fine for friendships. But to add value and to really build a relationship with somebody, it just takes some systems and processes to remind you to follow up and to remind you to reach out to somebody, because let's face it, we have busy lives, right? So the idea of the Dream 100, and what I want to give you a little bit of a challenge here, is to identify who 100 people are. Now, sometimes I've done this in a few regards. There's a new venture or something like that, and I've come up with 50 people, and sometimes I'm like I have a few hundred people. So conceptually, it's a group that's large enough for you to manage of how you're going to go out and build those relationships. The first step is to build the group. The second step is to build a process around when you're going to follow up with them. It could be a spreadsheet, or it could be a task management tool. We use Asana for a lot of things. And it could be that you just have everybody in there has a task assigned to them to when to follow up every 30 days and have a recurring task, or every 60 days or every 90 days, whatever it might be for you. It might be different for different people based on the strength of your relationship. The key is that I believe that collaboration is way, way bigger than competition. In fact, there's nothing wrong with collaborating with people that you thought were your competitors before, because I can tell you from my personal experience and from everything I do now that one and one can equal way more than two. So collaboration is key. If you believe that, you should focus on identifying who you should go after, a systematic approach to follow up with people, and an opportunity to go out of your way to prove that you really care, that you're watching people, or that you saw that something happened in their life and you acknowledge it. It just makes people feel good that somebody's paying attention, right? Because we all have our heads down doing our own thing. So the Dream 100 is a cool trick to identify people that can help impact your life, and sometimes when you go out of your way to impact their life in a positive way, some things happen that you never expected. So little tip for how you can work on your network and build out a stronger network than ever before that can only lead to good things. I promise you that. Try it out. Good luck.